Welcome to the NH Fitness Lifestyle channel video, and this is a part of a sequel of a number of videos. So if you haven't checked the other ones out, I'll leave the playlist right here. But this one is going to be all about 2 weeks out, not long to go before I get on stage for Pure Elite with a fantastic federation. And of course there's going to be a physique update and also a little bit about my nutrition, because this week there's a refeed. And as well as me doing Beachbody and international model, I've entered another category. So I'm going to share that in this video, and the reason why I feel like I wanted to do this category and so much more. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Can't express it enough. It really does help reach more people like yourself. Hit that bell button to give you reminders of when each video is out every Wednesday, as we well know. Give it a like and leave any comments relevant for this week. But let's start with the next part of the video. Let's go. So it's Tuesday the 26th, and today is refeed day. But don't get too overexcited. Basically, I'm going back to what I did at the beginning of the 8 weeks, you know, the 2,600. So I'm going to go back to that with, of course, keeping the sauces limited. I'm going to have a little bit today though. I've got some teriyaki sauce for this evening. And obviously Lidl's is a place I've been going to recently just because it's right next door to the gym. So this morning I had overnight oats. I had 80 grams of oats with that. And like you'll know, if you watched previously, you know I like my overnight oats. So I had that this morning, had my weight workout, and everything got better. You know, I had that bit more energy to lift a bit more weight. So that's really good. Feel like I'm really charged up just from that. But I've got the rest of the day to look forward to. I'm going to have my eggs next, which is obviously I'm going to keep that the same. The 3 whole eggs and 2 multi-grain bits of toast. At lunch, I'm going to have chicken with sweet potato and veg. And in this evening, I'm going to have a salmon stir fry. Salmon is absolutely lovely at the moment. I love it. So I've got that with the teriyaki sauce, like I mentioned. And I'm going to have that with Caribbean rice and lots of veg. So I'm going to really enjoy today. And then tomorrow, we're going to go back to how I was, and then we're going to drop it down further. So gradually bring it down to, I think, 1,700, keeping that protein high. So yeah, this is getting serious now towards that show. Not long to go. Obviously it's under 2 weeks now. It's now Wednesday the 27th, so obviously it's under 2 weeks out, of course. Yesterday you would have seen I've had a refeed. So I ended up having 2,900, well, just under 2,900 calories. The even meal, really nice. It was a salmon stir fry, and I used a soya light sauce for it. Didn't really want it that much sauce, to be honest with you, so the soy sauce was perfect for me. And of course I ate reasonably clean. I had my quark cheese, I had that with a protein shake. In the morning I had my overnight oats, then I also had my 2 multi-grain bits of toast with my 3 eggs. Had my lunch, which was really nice. And well, today I'm going to drop down to 1,700 calories. And how I'm going to do that, it's now 12 o'clock, so I've had my clients this morning. I went for my walk, which has actually been a fasted walk, feel all right on it. And now I'm going to have my 2 multi-grain bits of toast and 2 eggs now. And I've also got my rump steak with sweet potato and veg for a late lunch. And I've also got my chicken snack for the snack in between if I need it. I'm going to have my workout around about 4 o'clock-ish. And then tonight I'm going to have something to eat with Sarah, which is going to be salmon again, because I've got another second bit of salmon, which I'm going to have with rice and some veg. So yeah, that's today, which brings it to 1,700. Probably going to do this at least once a week. Maybe next week I'll do it, the half-day fast. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now. It's now Thursday the 28th, and I've decided, whilst I've taken the pictures today, I've decided to do the measurements today rather than Monday, because obviously I knew I was having a refeed, so it'd be really interesting to see what the results come out after the refeed. So obviously Wednesday, I sort of just let that settle, and today's the day where I've measured everything. So let's see what it's come out like.
Please release the handle.
Here's the results.
Please touch the arrow.
As you can see, it's absolutely flying off me this week. It's 6.8. Either this is showing up to be more accurate now. Body fat has come up, visceral fat has dropped. Weight has dropped now, so it's below 70 now. So really impressed with the results overall. Torso has gone down. Overall, super happy. Let's see what next week will bring. It's now Friday morning, and I decided to do a 90-minute fasted walk. And in fact, I've done this yesterday as well. So since my refeed, which would have been on Tuesday, which went up to, as I mentioned, 2,900, I then dropped it down to below 1,700 calories. Since that day, which has been Wednesday, I've decided to fast in the morning, because then you can appreciate the food in the afternoon. It feels like you're having quite a lot. Whereas if I have my breakfast straight away, I don't feel like I haven't got much food left. So that's really working really well. And like I said, now I've brought in the walking as well. This is a special shout out to Fitville. They've just sent me a gift, and that is these amazing trainers. They look super trendy. And of course, I'm looking forward to trying them on, because they're supposed to be engineered for comfort. And also, if you're someone who suffers with bunions or pain, obviously none of the things I suffer with, but I can certainly review in terms of the comfort of these. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on these in just a sec. Yeah, so just put the trainers on, I'm just gonna have a little walk. You know what, either just from walking right now and just having a little feel for the trainers, they feel super comfortable. And obviously what I'm gonna be doing over the next month or so is autumn, winter coming up. I've been getting my step count up anyway. I'm up to 90 minutes worth. In the course of a day, I'm doing around about 25,000 steps. So these are really going to aid in helping the comfort of my walking. So thank you very much, I really appreciate it. Obviously, I'm going to try these out for a good couple of months now and see what the wear and tear is, but highly recommend at this point. And the good thing is, you also get like a nice little book, How to Love Your Feet. And in there's lots of little tips about how to prevent like bunions and the best way for foot health. So strongly recommend, if you get these trainers, have a look at the book, because it's really worth having a read of that as well. But yeah, thank you very much, and let's go back to the rest of the video. Walking as well, because obviously it's a fat burn, so it's ideal for when you're on a fast anyway. And I blocked out the time, so today was pretty hard actually to get outside, because as you can see, it's not the greatest day. It's raining. I've got my woolly hat on, I'm nice and comfortable. So yeah, kind of just going to plug away. My little reward, if you like, is there's a McDonald's at halfway point, so I'm going to get a black coffee to walk back with. So I'm going to have that, and then when I get back, I will have my eggs. Bit of a silly fact, really. You might think this is a bit daft, but someone said to me the other day, "Oh, it's alright for you enjoy exercise," and my response is, I enjoy the results, and when I get started I enjoy it, but I don't like the idea of starting, that's for sure. And this morning was a prime example. It was raining, I had my woolly hat and all sorts, got warmer now, but I used an anchor halfway reward, and you're going to laugh at this, and that is a McDonald's black coffee. So that's what was my reward. And there's a little bit more of a silly fact, I actually reused the cup about 2-3 times to get the feeling from black coffee at McDonald's. So I thought I'd share that with you. Remember, you don't always want to start, and you don't always find it fun, but you enjoy the result. And that's my message this morning. Rolled on 90 minutes. Yeah, so quite funny. That actual walk ended up being well over 2 hours, because I was on my phone and talking and just being induced in the moment. I actually ended up walking the opposite direction, so that was quite funny. Over 2 hours. So what I'm going to pop up on a screen here is a before and after I shared last week. And they really did sort of say, well done really well. But there was an important message on there. So I'm going to share that, because I actually put that on my Instagram story. So have a watch of this. Pop on here really quickly to elaborate on the post what I had. I've had obviously a huge response. Lots of people messaging me, inboxing me saying, well done on your success and all your hard work. The reason why I mainly wanted to do that post is because I kind of wanted to express that you may be in a position where you've started a journey and you're scared to literally take that first pitch. Now, me being quite nurturing as a coach, there's been quite a few success stories which has kind of slipped through the net, because at the beginning I may have been a little bit soft with them. Because I'm that nurturing character, I've kind of went, it's completely up to you. You don't have to take your progress picture at the beginning, and then say 4 weeks down the line, they say to me, Nath, I wish I took that first one. Or they waited all the way to the end and they went, I really wish I'd tracked my progress a bit more. So my main message was to really obviously take yourself out of the comfort zone and take them first measurements, weight, either pictures. Like I said, the pictures is the key one, I'd say, out of all of them. Because when you see that picture later down the line, you almost get that fulfillment, that gratitude of where you've come from and where you are now. And if you don't do that, like I said in that post, your mind really does play tricks and you kind of take it for granted. So seeing that journey, seeing that progress is key. Like I said, and this is from our junior conference I've done recently, it's all about human doing, which a lot of people are focused on. But how about being a human being? So being that person and living the moment. And that really hit a chord for me. So that's my final message. And I just want to say, enjoy your evening. I'm going to enjoy my tea, that's for sure. I'm just about to have my evening meal and hope you'll connect back on my story soon. Speak to you in a bit. So the other category I've decided to add, and I've really thought hard about this. I remember sharing a thought process on Instagram and Facebook about why you should respect your younger self. And I showed a picture of me when I was younger and my current picture, and the story was very much about me feeling that low confident child, which really did suffer with mental health really, and how exercise really helped me. And obviously the person these days referred to as the one on stage in his underpants. And a lot of people really did relate to this post. So I had a good conversation with the Pure Elite director, Stuart, and I asked whether the story would be relevant for the transformation, because I see a lot of them is about before and after pictures. And Stuart said, you know what, it's going to hit home for people. And he said, in fact, his story of that he got some disease, which I'm not going to express that much on here because I'm going to get him on a podcast. But that was a big reason for him to set up Pure Elite. So he said, you should do it. So I've decided to do transformation as well. So it'd be really good to just obviously share my story about me being that really low confident child, which people don't really realise that these days. But people who haven't seen me for a number of years and they see me doing these things, they're amazed of where I've come from. So they will really see me secondhand when I was younger to where I am now. So yeah, so transformation is going to be the other category. So far, I'm in 3 categories for the show. So I'm really excited now. So it's now getting to the end of the week, and this is my 5th 90-minute walk. And I have to say, it's actually been really good. I've really enjoyed it. It's always that thought, like I said, on my Instagram, if you check that out, that I don't feel like doing it before I start, but once I start, I quite enjoy it. It's all right, and I certainly enjoy the result. You know, I feel so much better after. I've actually been doing it fasted as well, which has been interesting because, again, at the beginning I had no energy, and then as I keep walking and walking, I start getting more energy, so that feels quite good. It's something what I might start doing more often. And near the end of it, my stomach is pretty growling. You know, I'm ready for my eggs, that's for sure. But yeah, it's been a really good week. Obviously, I'm going to pop up on the screen here the shred state, but I'll start with this week. Again, as you can see, I've had that refeed, which was 2,900 or just under, and that felt really good. I felt it really done me good psychologically. That workout of that day, everything went up in strength. It felt absolutely amazing, actually. But what I felt I wanted to do after that is I was advised by James to drop it back down to 1,700. But I want to go a bit further now. I wanted to make sure it hit the end of the week that is around about 1,800 to keep it on par with the rest, and that the protein was still at 40%. Now obviously the protein this week I'll pop all 3 of them up now. As you can see, I put shred state. The protein has gone down a little bit. It's at 1,200 grams, which I think it works out around about 170 something grams per day, but still really good. And in comparison to the other one, I think what's happened is some of them proteins have been shifted a bit of carb, and that's probably due to the big refeed I had on that Tuesday. But yeah, when I done the after picture, what I found is, I did it on the Thursday morning, which I shared with everyone on social media. That one was probably lean, but I had that fullness from the refeed. Whereas on the Wednesday, I felt really full, but I didn't look visually as lean. Yeah, it's absolutely been a fantastic week. I've really enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed watching my journey so far. We're now going into peak week, where I've got a meeting with James on Monday. So we'll find out exactly what we're going to be doing on peak week, which is really exciting because that's where we're going to really sort of do the bits where you're going to hit the stage or have your physique ready for stage. Bear in mind, I'm going to have obviously the spray tan, and obviously there'll be a tiny bit of water depletion. I'm sure that he's going to add that in, and the carb load, and all the other tiny little minor pieces what you have to do on show day. Bear in mind, I'll be in the pro, so I won't be on stage until much later. So you got to really try to get it right in terms of energy levels as well, because if you get overexcited too early, you can use up all your energy. So yeah, obviously I'll be sharing with you soon for that peak week. But if you enjoyed this video, again, I can't express enough thank you for joining in each week. And if you haven't already done so, I know I say this all the time, but please subscribe to the channel. It does do good from obviously my channel, but also it's going to reach more people like yourself who's going to like this sort of content. Obviously hit that bell button so you get reminded each week. It's out every Wednesday, obviously. Give it a like, and it'd be great to hear from you as well, so leave a comment. But thank you very much. Hope you're back next week. See you later.